What's up, Vaquero Nation? Tony and Fabian here to recap UTRGV's third loss of the year, third loss in conference. And, it wasn't pretty. I'm watching the game, and I'm, catching myself, kind of feeling bad, but then also realizing that this is a first-year program, and they really looked like a first-year program.
Yeah. I think it definitely looked that way. I mean, SFA was a real deal, and I think we talked about it, and I think we mentioned how, we talked to a few coaches prior to, even after the Southeastern loss, man, and they were already waiting for, SFA, and they already knew.
Yeah.
And they knew that Stephen F. Austin was going to be a great opponent, and it showed, man. And these guys have been ranked, since the beginning of the season, so these guys have they know what they're doing already. It's an established program, but this year, man, it just looks like they're clicking on all gears. They're doing well, and they showed it.
Yeah. So we, even Bush said it. They were better than us at every position, at quarterback, on O-line, D-line, secondary, the running backs. They were just, we looked like a first-year program. It was crazy. I'm watching the game, and I'm thinking, UTRGV hasn't looked this bad all year. Yep. And is it more of a testament to Stephen F. Austin, or was it UTRGV still figuring things out? It was kind of confusing to watch this game.
Yeah, in this conference, man, it was more of a testament to Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin is a powerhouse. Yeah. That's 100%. But it's one of those things where, yes, it's a little bit combination of both. Yeah. Stephen F. Austin is the real deal, and this is our first year.
So they put up 448 yards to our 215. If we played them 100 times, I think we would win 3. That is how good Stephen F. Austin looked. And I know you're shocked, but we've asked that same question.
Oh, no, that's giving us more.
3?
You're giving us a lot, dude.
3 out of 100?
In this particular case,
okay.
Maybe
know. 1?
Maybe 1, man. They are just that good. They're just that good.
They were 13 of 19 on third down conversions. It is hard to beat a team when they are converting that heavily. They controlled time of possession 38 minutes to 22 minutes. They were running the ball. They were throwing the ball. We could not do anything to stop Stephen F. Austin. It was hard to watch.
And I think time of possession, honestly, it skewed a little bit because I think they actually tried holding the ball at the end.
Okay.
Because they were scoring at will. They were scoring within 3 or 4 plays.
Yeah.
They were 27-0 in the first half.
Yeah.
So the second half, I'll tell you one thing. I will give them not one thing, but I'll give them a lot of credit for. Very classy. A very classy team. They could have scored 50 more points if they wanted to. And I think the second half, man, they ran the ball, they held the ball, changed quarterbacks through, second half. So, just a dominant team, man.
Yeah, 41-17, it wasn't even that close. It probably could have been a 60-point blowout. Yep. Our 2 leading rushers were our 2 quarterbacks. And our leading rusher was our backup quarterback who rushed for a touchdown. It was hard to watch. I know I keep saying that. It was hard to watch UTRGV. Last week, they dominated UIW, who also beat Lamar this past week, who we barely lost to with a 57-yard field goal. And then to go and see that Vaquero team helpless against Stephen F. Austin. It was tough.
Yeah.
I'm feeling bad for them. I want these guys to win, but then I'm like, well, it's a first-year program. But I wasn't saying that 2 weeks ago.
No. And the thing is that, again, we can't say that anytime, but the reality is the reality.
Yeah.
And that's like I said, we said this all year, and that was the part that was so aggravating of these negative comments is that it is a first-year program. We weren't supposed to be where we're at. We're still not supposed to be where we're at.
6-3.
Exactly. We're not supposed to be 6-3, being the first inaugural year. But like you said, our inaugural year showed against a team like this because they couldn't adjust.
Yeah.
They wanted to adjust. I'm sure the coaches put in the adjustments.
Yeah.
But as a player and as the players just couldn't adjust to it, man.
Yeah. Somebody asked Bush after the game, what second half adjustments did you guys make? And he said there were no adjustments. We just got beat everywhere.
Yeah.
You can make adjustments to a team that is 10 times better than you. It's not going to make a difference.
Yep.
They were bigger, taller, faster. Their O-line was massive. Their defense was collapsing the pocket faster than I think Marburger has seen all season. Yep. As soon as the ball was snapped, they were at his heels. In half a second, it was dude, this guy can't throw. He can't run. The O-line couldn't do anything to stop them, dude. It was crazy.
I'm sad that Ben's not here, but this is Ben's perfect line. they were big boys.
Big boys.
And they were huge.
Yeah.
Their offensive line was massive, man. And not only were they massive, I saw them pulling. Oh my God, man. They were running 5s, 4.9s.
Yeah.
These guys are NFL ready. There's times where you have a game plan and there's nothing that you can do regardless. You know, it was just a better team.
2 positive things that came out of that game. Diaz caught six catches for 60, 70-some yards and a touchdown. He does that every game. We can expect that from him. Haygood, once again, led the team. 11 tackles. But that's about it. Like, there's nothing else we could have done.
Yeah, I was real happy to hear, like, you know, again, especially that amazing catch like he did at the end zone.
Yeah, one-handed catch.
I want to say that corner is actually being looked at. You know, I think they mentioned that he was actually being looked at, you know, to go to the NFL.
Yeah.
So, again, man, that's the caliber of team they played. It's like a high school team playing D1 commits.
Yeah.
You know, these guys, you literally had a D1 team playing NFL commits in a sense, you know, so.
Yeah, I looked up the stats on the age groups that we have in our team. I know we have 107 people. I think that's either not updated, but that's active and like practice squad team. 107 players. 61 of them are redshirt freshmen or true freshmen. That is a massive percentage.
Yep.
And then the rest, we got 13 sophomores, 18 juniors, and 15 seniors or grad students. So it's a testament to UTRGV to be able to be 6-3 right now with that
100%.
many young people, 18 and 19-year-olds. And I guess they're all going to be coming back, hopefully. And
I hope so.
They're going to be more developed as the years and years come along. But 60-some% freshmen for a Division I team at 6-3, I think is really, really impressive.
No, it is, man. It is. And again, it's still a very exciting future for these guys, regardless of what happened, you know, with these guys. I don't know how many guys, you know, Stephen F. Austin is graduating, but, you know, look at UIW. UIW won the conference last year. 3 out of 5, I believe it was, you know, and look where they are this year. Yeah. So that's going to be the up and downs, you know, of every college, of every university in this league, is that you're going to have your good and your bad years. But I just think UTRGV is going to have good years a lot faster than most.
Yeah. What is it about playing at home for UTRGV? Is it just a favorable schedule that we have, or why are we a different team at home? We beat the snot out of UIW 2 weeks ago, and then we go on the road and we look like a high school team. Like, is it the home schedule? Is it home cooking? Like, what is it?
I think you said it best, man. It was a favorable schedule. It really was. I mean, you're talking about if there's 3 teams who are going to the playoffs, it's going to be the 3 teams we've lost to.
Yeah.
You know, and that's, you know, that's it. I think if you bring those 3 teams here, would have been a much different, you know, result. Maybe with Lamar, maybe with Southeastern. Not with Lamar. I think it's
not
been
with
the
Stephen
same.
F. Austin.
I mean, I'm sorry, not with Stephen F. Austin, but I think there was just a favorable schedule that we had here at home. Again, that's who was in front of us.
Yeah, but we get them next year at home, right? Is that how it works?
I think so. I could be completely wrong, but I want to say that you do. I guess I don't know if it works the same way as high school, where you kind of flip flop. You know. I think the NFL does that too, where you flip-flop year after year.
Yeah.
But I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. So some exciting news. I know it's been making the rounds, but we do play UTSA next year.
Yep.
Our first FBS opponent. Yep. It'll be on the road. It's the Bush's former school. He helped start that program with Larry Coker maybe 15 years ago. Yep. And it's come full circle. Now he's starting a program with UTRGV. We're going to go on the road and play UTSA. That's big. I don't know. We might get our snot beat out, but it's a pretty cool opportunity.
But again, goes back to, you're talking about the first-year program, and they're already giving us bids to go play them?
Yeah.
You know, that's what's impressive, and that's what people are missing, man. That's the point people are missing here, is that you have UTSA that wants to come in here, and they're willing to say, hey, you know what? Yeah, we'll play that school.
Yeah.
It may or may not be competitive, but they feel it might be competitive enough to pay them and say, hey, let's have a game.
Sure.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the first year, man.
Yeah. I'm curious how, okay, let's say we don't win a single game the rest of the year. We're 6-6, but I'm thinking we're going to win out the next 3 games. We might finish the season 9-3. But, like, what does this do for recruiting for UTRGV? Because we were able to recruit the class we have with no basis. Yeah. Just coaches, a cool program, cool facilities. Come in, trust us. Let's put on this inaugural season. And now we can potentially have a 9-3 season under our belt. What does that do for recruiting?
I mean, honestly, it does 2 things. One, I think it's obviously you're going to have people to want to come here because they know they're going to be seen. I'm worried about one thing. Are they going to use it as a stepping stone? I mean, I fear Tony Diaz will not be with us next year. I really do. I'm saying this right now, Tony. You better come back. But it's one of those things, man. he got a lot of attention this year.
Yeah.
You know, and will he stay? I don't know.
Right.
I mean, hopefully he loved his time here. Hopefully he enjoyed his time here. Hopefully the coaches, you know, were able to kind of convince him, hey, man, this is where you want to be.
Yeah.
But you're going to get players to come here because they know, hey, man, we're going to get some attention down there.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll be able to go somewhere else.
Yeah, but let's say he goes to, I'm going to say Stephen F. Austin or UIW. Is he, you know, wide receiver 1 there? Or is he wide receiver 1 here because of the program we have? Like, does he go somewhere else, and is he the first option?
In the SLC, in our conference, he's a 1 receiver anywhere he goes. I truly believe that. Yeah. He's a number 1 receiver no matter where he goes, because he's competing against those type of corners. He's competed against, again, yes, I know that, you know, against Lamar, he did what he did. But, again, part of that was that, well, they couldn't throw him the ball.
Yeah.
You know, they had no opportunities. But when they did throw the ball, hey, he made 2 spectacular catches against these guys who are potential NFL players.
So what do we got to do? Let's say the thoughts crossed his mind. Oh, you know, this is a stepping stone for me. I got 3 more years of eligibility. What do we have to do to keep somebody like him?
It's hard, man. It's hard. We're in an area and a demographic where we're competing against NIL money.
Fair enough.
You know, if all of a sudden somebody from Stephen F. Austin says, hey, we got a big guy that's going to pay you this much or whatever, he's going to go. And I don't blame him. You know, I don't blame him. I think right now that's the big part, you know, negative, positive, however you want to see it, of NIL, is that there's certain programs who just can't compete against big money. And unfortunately, but the only thing we can do is kind of entice them and say, hey, man, the community down here, you know, do you want to stay here maybe long term?
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things where hopefully they establish something more down here.
Yeah, I'm thinking that beyond, you know, outside the field, that what UTRGV has here is enticing to the players.
Yeah.
Because, not that Stephen F. Austin or Lamar UIW doesn't have the same thing that we have, but on the field they might be better. But are the players getting the experience that they are getting here? Like, I think that is the difference maker, is how many of these players are, I don't want to say coming out on podcasts or interviews or getting the attention, but like it's beyond the field. I think the program UTRGV has is enticing for anybody. And that's the part that I think will make people want to stay, because they're going to go somewhere else. They might get playing time, but some of these young kids, they also want the attention. Yeah. And if they're going somewhere else and all they're doing is getting playing time and no attention, maybe they don't like that.
Yeah, no, I think Chase and you know, Coach Bush are doing a great job just, you know, making it a great experience throughout. Yeah. Not like you said, not just on the field, getting them involved with the community, getting them involved with the surrounding sports, getting them involved with different people. And I think that's the big part of, if that's what they want, and that's it, you know, they want an experience. You know, at the end of the day, they know for the most part, 95% of them or more are not going to go to the NFL. But to me, it's like, hey, if I can enjoy 4 years of college and play some ball, I'd rather do it somewhere where I'm having fun at.
Sure. I mean, and this is his first year. He's already, obviously it's our first program, but he's going to have a lot of records. And if he stays 2 or 3 more years, he could essentially be a legend for UTRGV. He could have set some records for 4 years playing football here, and he can make a name for himself. And maybe he doesn't go to the NFL, but he could have an amazing college career that he could always look back and say, man, I was part of that program. I stuck around for 4 years, and look what it is now.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so this coming week we play Nicholls at home. They are riding a 2-game winning streak. Now, mind you, they didn't play some amazing teams, but they have played Texas State. They did play Troy. They played some big teams early on. What does our, I guess, outlook look like for Nicholls at home coming off of a loss for us?
Again, I'm a little worried, you know, honestly. I mean, to be completely honest, the last 2 weeks, and like I said last week, they've kind of found our Achilles heel, you know, on the defensive side of the ball. UIW came out the second half. They sped up the offense. They basically ran a NASCAR type of offense, and we felt it. Yeah. You know, Lamar did it, but I think Lamar did it because that's what they do. Yeah. And again, naturally, we felt it. So, you know, every team that we've lost to or every team that we've had a little bit of struggle with has had the same, you know, ingredient of a fast-paced offense. Yeah. And that's what I worry about now. Are we practicing against a fast-paced offense in practice? Are we kind of getting prepared for that? Maybe. You know, we couldn't have done anything against Lamar, but maybe we're a little bit more prepared against a team of the caliber of Nicholls. Yeah. So Nicholls did lose to Stephen F. Austin. They did lose to Lamar. We are coming back home. We have not lost 2 in a row. Yeah. Nicholls does have a really good rushing game. Yeah.
and we got a pretty good rushing defense.
That's what I was gonna say.
Our secondary, still working on it, but I think this matchup, I know we say it every week, but I truly feel this matchup is pretty even with Nicholls.
Yeah. It is, man. And again, I know you say that our secondary is again, it does struggle, but I think with the type of box that we have, with the type of four, front guys that we have, it makes it hard for them to throw. And a lot of these guys are going to have to, again, we tend to try to make teams one-dimensional. Just the way Stephen F. Austin did to us. Mm-hmm. They made us one-dimensional because they told us you're not going to throw on us.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get to you. So we're going to force you to run the ball, and I think UTRGV can do that against Nicholls and say we're going to make you run the ball, and you're not going to be able to run the ball.
Okay. So that being said, are you still leaning towards a UTRGV win?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's not going to be a blowout, but I do think that it's going to be a low-scoring game.
Okay.
On both. I'd hate to say on both ends. I'm not very well versed on what their defense has to offer, but I don't see them scoring a lot of points.
Okay, so prediction on score. What do you feel?
I mean, if we're looking at predictions already, I would still say UTRGV is able to put up about 28 points.
Wow, that's not a lot.
No, it's not.
Considering how much they put up at home typically.
It's not. I do think they'll be able to at least put up 28 points. I mean, I hope and I feel that they can do more against this the way that we did against UIW.
Yeah.
But I think they are going to hold these guys to 14 points and under.
Wow. I do think Nicholls will put up a little bit more points, and I do think we will put up a little bit more. We've not lost 2 in a row. Something about coming back home for these guys is a difference maker.
Yep.
So I'm going 42-28 UTRGV, getting their 7th win of the year and cementing themselves as a plus 500 for the season, and maybe putting themselves in line for the playoffs. So.
100%, man. I think, and they've said it there at the game. The announcers, ESPN, that if they do win out, they have a strong possibility. To kind of have that opportunity to go in the playoffs, and that'd be big for this.
Yeah. Do you think they'll win out?
I think so. I think they'll win out. I think Nicholls will probably be your biggest one. So if they win this one, I think the next 2 will be, not easy. You're still going, away for one game.
Yeah, McNeese on the road. Yeah.
I don't think they're as powerful as what we've seen. I hope SFA was one of those games where it kind of tells you, what, shit, we got we got knocked in the mouth, but you know what, we're better than that.
Yeah, we got some recruiting to do.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, is that all you got?
That's all I got, man.
All right, vaqueros, appreciate it. See you next time. Peace.
Guys.